Peace and blessings, welcome back. Today we're talking about my experience working with Yahweh. Now, I've been working with Yahweh for about 5 years now. I never really called him that until about a week ago, and he does not like being called that name. So, for the rest of this video, I'm just going to call him God. Take that however you will. In my psyche, I understand this, I don't call my mother her government name. I don't call my sisters their government name. I don't call my brother their government name. Most of my close friends, I don't call by their government name. Most of my past lovers, I don't call by their government name. Very rare occasions, So I just take it that way. I understand. Same way your mom may not want you calling her, her government name, stuff like that. I understand that. But he is a storm deity. He is a war deity. When he manifests into your life, if he manifests into your life, you may see him appear literally as a storm cloud. Often he manifests into my life as a storm cloud. When he's happy, he's still a storm cloud. When he's upset, still a storm cloud. That's just his nature. All right, he's also a war god. He has legions of angels under his control, legions of warriors and soldiers under his control. He has a lot of war tactics, a lot of war strategies. Maybe you are in the military in your country, you can work with him. If you need more protection in your life, you don't feel that confident you can protect yourself, you understand there can be enemies billion times stronger than the enemies we face. You understand that spiritually speaking, maybe your greatest opponent you've been able to defeat, but you understand in the future there may be opponents million times stronger than that. You get what I mean? Not saying you should doubt your own power, but just understanding that there are strong spirits as well who may attack you in the future. Who may not like you the same way some of these humans may not like you. So I do advise you to work with Yahweh if you need divine protection, right? You need a general to stand by your side, Even if you're not a warlike person, maybe you are a peaceful person, but you understand that these things can happen in the spiritual realm. I also would advise working with Yahweh if you live by the oceans. You get what I mean? He can control storms. If you're a fisherman, if you're a sailor, you get what I mean? I say ahoy in all of my videos. I'm close with Yahweh. That goes over a lot of people's heads. But, if you are living in those environments, you're living close to the beach and stuff like that, you can work with Yahweh. He will help protect your home. He will help protect you. He can protect you from all storms, right? His military is the greatest military in the world, right? He can protect you from all types of enemies and all types of opposing forces, right? But I will say, it's not the easiest spirit to work with, again, because he is a storm deity. And that's just his nature, like 24/7. There's always thunder, there's always lightning, there's always high vibrations. Those are high vibrational things, you get what I mean? Lots of energy. He possesses a lot of energy, even in his most calm state. It will take some adjusting to get used to that. I have power over storms, you get what I mean? Not fully, not like him, but I have way more control over storms than I used to. I can cause rain, I can cause winds. At this point in my life, in this point in my spiritual path, I wouldn't be able to do it every day. I have to take a break. It takes a lot of energy. But I could probably do it like every other day, every 3 days at this point, right? Maybe, in the future I'll be able to control that 100% of the time whenever I want, stuff like that. But, I could stop the rain. You get what I mean? If you're working with those type of energies, I do recommend working with Yahweh. But with that said, controlling storms, he's a nature deity, right? Controlling storms is like controlling nature. We're all a part of nature. That's very important. Every magician works with nature. You cannot escape that influence. We all live under the sky, right? You can't escape the weather. You get what I mean? It's very important. He is also the creator deity, the king of kings, the god of gods. He holds that title and that respect. And working with him, you can gather more respect. He can show you how to respect yourself more, respect others more, especially respect these higher spirits more, these other gods, these other angels, these other kings. You have to give respect to get respect. All magicians know there is a source, there is a creator. Okay, but a lot of magicians just don't like Yahweh. A lot of people just don't like him. So they refuse to acknowledge that. They refuse to give him that respect. But even my own path, I don't agree with everything he does or anything like that. but I definitely respect him, and I know he is the creator God. You get what I mean? So that gives more respect to my own power, right? Other entities, other gods respect my own power, right? Because Yahweh respects my power. I respect Yahweh. You get what I mean? I respect these other angels, these other entities' power, because I know this power is real. You know, it's not a farce. You can't fake respect. You can't fake real love. You get what I mean? Eventually, these spirits will notice that crack in your armor. And I understand you may not follow this creator God. You can be very powerful magically, very powerful spiritually. You can even create your own realm, things like that. You know, I've did that before I got close to this God. But there'll come a time when higher spirits will notice that you are not truly connected to the creator, okay? And your magic will not work on them. Your spirit, your powers will not work on them. And they can do whatever they want to you then, right? You will be converted back to base reality where you're just a human. You get what I mean? Where magic isn't real, where only God is real. You get what I mean? Only nature is real. You get what I mean? Because we all live in different worlds. We all live in different realms, right? But there is a grounded nature about all of us. You get what I mean? We're all just humans. That's the grounded nature. When you elevate, you can become more spiritually inclined. You know, you can begin practicing magic and things like that. You can start living in your own realm, you know. But that is not the grounded nature of reality. The grounded nature of reality, we are pretty much trapped in nature. We are a part of nature. We and nature are one. You know, you do not have wings on your back. You can't just fly. You don't have gills. You can't just survive underwater. You're not fireproof. You need food and water and sleep to remain sane and to remain healthy. You need things. Okay, I understand in the book it says you are God, but you will die like men, right? But it also says the gods live in darkness. The gods do not know what they're doing. You get what I mean? So we still need these things. We've been accustomed and we've been trained. We've been dogmatized to need food and water. We've been given this stuff our whole lives. You get what I mean? So we can't escape that nature about us while we're still alive, while we're still in the flesh. But these other spirits who have no flesh, who don't have that limitation, that boundary, can appear in your life and they can read your energy greater than, you know, anyone you've come across. You get what I mean? I'm talking about very high level, maleficent spirits. You get what I mean? And that is why you need a protector. You get what I'm saying? You can keep enduring the attacks and things like that, but that's what I'm saying. Instead of going through that hard path of just enduring attacks of spiritual beings, you know, you can be close to the protector, to the creator, and he can protect you. That's why I recommend working with this spirit. I know he's done that, and he showed me, you know, in that like multi-faceted, that multi-dimensional nature here, you can create your own world. You can fly, you can become God, you can do all these things. You can create storms, like I said. You can control these armies. You can have angels following you, demons following you. You can do whatever you want, right? But here's that reality where you're still just a human and none of that works, none of that's real. You get what I mean? And that is like the divide between a lot of people. They don't understand that grounded nature. You know, a lot of magicians only understand that spiritual nature. They don't understand that grounded nature. And a lot of, you know, religious people only understand that grounded nature. They don't understand that spiritual nature. So I do recommend working with Yahweh. You know, he understands that. You know, he'll show you that it's okay to be a person. It's okay to be a man, right? In the book, you know what I'm saying, he became a man. It's okay to be a man and a spirit. It's okay to be a magician and a man. It's okay to be religious and grounded. You know, it's not hypocritical. It's just our nature. That's how this realm was created. And that's the realm we're living in, to even show respect to spirits that are attacking you and things like that. You know, it's a very, very just cold path to be on. And a lot of people haven't experienced this level of spiritual attacks. And this is why they don't have that respect for Yahweh in his war-like form, in his protector-like form. Because people talk about curses and things like that. In afterlife, you're going to be cursed, or here you're going to be cursed and things like that. But people don't understand there's spirits who can attack you physically, even though they're not physical. You get what I mean? There's spirits who can punch you in the face, and they don't even have a body. I'm talking about that type of level. There's spirits who can stab you, and there's no knife. There's no body. There's no hand holding the knife. completely spiritually, but that still affects your physical body. It'll feel like you got stabbed for real, feel like you got punched for real. You get what I mean? People don't really experience that realm too often. This is, again, where respect comes into play. I understand how strong these spirits can be. They don't even need bodies to attack us physically. And what are you going to do to a spirit? You could try to curse this spirit, but again, they're living in that spiritual realm. Your spells aren't going to work. Your magic's not going to work. He showed me that realm where it's just like, okay, your God, endure this. Endure these spirits touching you. You get what I mean? Since you're God, you got all the magic in the world. This God. Okay, what about these spirits who you don't know, with no name, who are, you get what I mean, 10 times more powerful as you, without a body? So we need like something to keep us grounded, and the Creator can help us stay grounded, right? I don't have to fight all my fights. You get what I mean? I would, right? These same spirits, they're in the flesh. You get what I mean? We can run it. You get what I mean? But they're not in the flesh. You get what I mean? So all you can really do is just hope your magic works. You get what I mean? And that's not grounded at all. So that disrupts your nature. You get what I mean? That's not physical at all. It disrupts your nature. So working with Yahweh is really just about aligning back with nature, aligning back with where you're from, aligning back with source. Let these spirits that live in the spiritual realm live there, and let us who live in the physical realm live here. And let us be in harmony with as many things as we can, right? But whatever comes our way, let's destroy them, right? Evil, let's destroy this evil that comes our way. And a lot of these things also deal with time. Time is very important, because you could be that top level magician who can destroy these spirits, but it might come to that time, that time may come true where your magic doesn't work. When the stars align that certain way, everything's just going against you. You get what I mean? Yahweh will help you survive those realms where everything is going against you. You get what I mean? That true protector. He can protect you from the entire world. That type of protector energy. He can protect you from yourself. All types of just negativity in the world. My experience working with Yahweh, I was raised Christian, and I became agnostic when I was about 7 or 8 years old. And then I met Yahweh in my early 20s, early mid 20s, right? Because I was agnostic for a long time, more than 10 years. And I'm just thinking, okay, if God's real, I don't see him, I don't know him, it is what it is. He might be real. I got other things to focus on. Again, grounded nature, grounded reality. But eventually he came into my life, and now it's undeniable to me. A lot of people have these testimonies. It's undeniable. This is God. This is the Creator God. And that may happen to you. That happened to me just because of my path. You get what I mean? This is like my last incarnation. So, a lot of special things are going to happen to me just because this is my last time living. You understand? So I understand why Yahweh hasn't showed himself to a lot of people. A lot of these people are going to be alive thousands of more years. You got a bunch of time. But, me personally, this is one of my last incarnations. So I understand, this is the Creator God. This is just his nature. I don't have to agree with everything, but I will respect him. I understand what happens when his power leaves this place. A lot of magicians will talk down on him, but they still talk about him. You get what I mean? It's respect. You get what I mean? I understand the world is in a chaotic state, in a negative state and stuff like that. I don't agree with everything, but I still have that level of respect. You give respect to get respect. That's why my magic is respected in whatever realm I'm in. That's why my body, my physical flesh is respected in whatever country I'm in, whatever state I'm in. You get what I mean? Just because I give respect first. You have to give respect first. And that's what a lot of magicians don't understand. You give the respect first, and then you can get the respect. You get what I mean? These higher spirits don't have to respect you. A lot of these higher spirits can take everything from you if they were so inclined. If they were bored enough, if you did the slightest thing wrong that they didn't like. This has brought me great respect for Yahweh, because I was that person. This is what I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all from experience. I was that person. I had to learn how to talk again, how to walk again, how to do magic again, every single thing that I'm into. You get what I mean? I had to restart, right? Yahweh was the only spirit that, hey, this is the result of your sin. This is the result of your actions. This is the result of thinking you were the one. These spirits are going to try you like you're the one. I survived. I made it out. But it was a very difficult time in my life. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help you avoid these difficult times. That's all I'm really trying to do. Help you avoid these mistakes that I've done. I had to live in hell. I had to, do all these things again, over and over again. And I understand some spirits are going to be like this for lifetimes, But all these negative years of my life could have been avoided just by showing respect to the Creator. That's all it really is. You don't have to like Him, but just show respect. There's many gods who show respect to the Creator. There's many angels who show respect to the Creator. The Creator shows respect even to people who disrespect Him. You get what I mean? Like, we fight all the time. We were literally fighting yesterday. But it's like, okay, we had to do that. Now we're back on good terms. You get what I mean? It's just like that's my brother, that's my father. Like, we're fighting, but we're family. We're going to be family after the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, men can understand this a lot. I know women go through this too. You know what I mean? But, like, we can fight. We're going to be family after. We're still going to love each other, respect each other after. But, I didn't like how you did that right there. I didn't like you was this way right there. You get what I mean? If it gets to that point, it's that type of level of respect with me and him. It's like, man, we can go to war, but it's still respect, still love. Hey, I'll never like you did that. I'll never like it. But, you're still that guy. You're still my brother. You're still my father. You're still the Creator. All I can really wish for is more knowledge, more understanding. Why did you do this? And I think I'm going to have to wait until I'm in another realm in the afterlife to know these things, right? But I get so much information because I don't necessarily want to incarnate again. You know what I mean? God wants me to incarnate one more time. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not yet. That's real personal. But a lot of people will call him the storm god because he is a storm god. That's how he chooses to manifest himself a lot of times. Most times. But, you can work with him if you're trying to see new realms. Just if you're curious what the life of the Creator is like. What is he into, Because just imagine having that soul, that spirit. A lot of people say they're that and they're not that. But, you can just imagine that. You can really do whatever you want instantaneously. You can live multiple lives instantaneously. It's a vast amount of power, right? And you'll understand that when you are in your heightened state, when you are activating these powerful, parts of us that we can, like Kaioken, like Super Saiyan, like Ultra Instinct, these powerful states, you know what I mean? The flow states and things of that nature, these powerful states we can activate. You can understand that, our power has like peaks and valleys, and it stops at a certain point. The Creator's doesn't stop. A lot of people claim they're God. They get tired. You have to rest. Please listen to me as your brother. You have to rest. You have to drink water. These very simple things. In accumulation of our lifetimes, we spend years doing. We've spent years just drinking water. You know what I mean? If you have multiple incarnations, we spent years just cleansing ourselves and stuff, Just waking up, just trying to get out of bed. We spent years getting out of bed. But we can become more powerful. You get what I mean? And working with Yahweh will show that you can become as powerful as He, even more powerful than Him. But again, you have to give that respect. Where are you going to get power from if it's not from Him? Understand, all power comes from Him. All power comes from a Creator, God, and this is the one. Even if you don't agree with that, I know you agree. Most people agree. All power comes from a Creator, God. I'm just telling you, in my experience, this is Him. In your spiritual journey, you might come to a point where you feel like you are God. You feel like your magic is sufficient. You can do whatever you want. And you may be able to live like that for years, for lifetimes even. I'm not blaming you for that. Eventually there will come a spirit who you will recognize as God, who you will recognize as equal to you or stronger than you. It'll be a God, because this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. Even if Yahweh is not the Creator God, I'm going to live like He is. You make that type of contract. Okay, I've been looking for God my whole life, haven't found Him. Oh, I found Yahweh. Yahweh found me. He's shown me things only God could do. Jesus is very close to him. My whole life's changed. Okay, I'm starting to believe you're God. I'm starting to believe you're God. Okay. Years still go by. Showing you more and more. Okay, at this point, like, you're God. Even if you're not God, you're my God. You get what I mean? It's that point. Even if you're not God, you're my God. Now, what spirit, what soul do you respect like that? And the spirit and the soul you respect like that is God. For sure. Right? Like, going down with the ship. You get what I mean? I'm going down with the ship, even if this is not God. But again, the universe and magic and nature is hypocritical in a lot of ways. You get what I mean? Like, God has showed me he even has a God. You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. A lot of things just aren't going to make sense. It's hypocritical. It's divine. It's past our human brain. We're still living in vessels and stuff like that. Right? And also, we're just in this limited reality. Imagine we're just on one wave. There's a whole ocean. But we know everything about this one wave. We're claiming, oh, I know how to surf this wave the best. The best fish in this wave. The best bubbles are in this wave. You get what I mean? But there's many, many more waves. That is how it is to live life as a magician, truly. There's many, many, many more waves. But we are stuck on this one wave just because that's our nature. This is our time to be in this wave. You know what I mean? My God is the peak of this wave. You know what I mean? I'm going to feel like this wave knows all the other waves, right? The ocean's connected. This wave is causing all the other waves, right? Because it is. This wave caused all the waves. I hope you understand that analogy. That might not be the best analogy, especially if you're like a surfer, you know what you're talking about and stuff. But that's my analogy. You get what I mean? Like, I'm not worried about the other waves. I'm worried about this one. This is mine. This is my wave. And this is the best one in the world. You get what I mean? That's the one I'm on. I hope y'all get that analogy for sure. I'm just trying to express my true spirit. You get what I mean? But I understand, I'll make more videos about this creator because I understand I have a lot of negative energy towards him as well. But, a lot of it isn't necessarily pointed towards him. It's the humans who've used his name for evil, and the humans who are doing evil regardless, try not to blame this creator for other people's evil. This creator is also a master astral traveler. Again, God is everywhere. So he can show you these other realms, these other entities, these aliens, things like that if you're into that. He can also show you the peak power of your body. Okay, how are you going to know the peak of your own body, right? If a creator doesn't show you how to do that. And this is 100% true because most of us didn't even know how to use toilets. Most of us didn't know how to use the bathroom. Someone had to teach us how to do that. Someone had to teach us how to write. Okay, a lot of these super egos on the internet don't really exist in real life. You get what I mean? And this is a higher energy, you get what I mean, than just using a bathroom or writing, blowing your nose, taking a shower. So you got to realize people had to teach you every single thing. People had to teach you a lot. People had to teach you your foundation, right? So God is still your foundation, spiritually speaking. You get what I mean? That's why they call him the Father. He's still going to teach you how to take a shit. Okay, understand that. He's still going to teach you how to put on clothes, how to iron your clothes, foundational things. In other lives, you get what I mean, spiritually speaking. How to handle other people, how to handle other spirits, right? He had to gather a lot of respect for us to even consider him that. For billions of spirits to consider him the creator, he had to gather a lot of respect to even be in these other realms with other gods, other kings. He has a lot of respect, right? A lot of things people get confused too, but it's just because it's hypocritical and it's multidimensional. Jesus and Yahweh are the same, but they are not the same. I just thought of a simple analogy. If you were to see them in person, if you guys were eating food together, they would be in two seats. A lot of people think they're the same, but if we were to eat together, they would be two chairs, right? It would be two chairs. Yahweh chair, Jesus chair. Even though they are the same, right? they're not. It's that multi-dimensional nature that magicians understand. A lot of regular humans have a hard time gripping their mind about it. You know, they can be in two bodies, multiple bodies, and things like that, right? Jesus can be literally in Sheol, helping the dead, things like that, and God can be on some whole other planet helping some aliens or something, right? But they carry a lot of the same energy, right? But they're not the same, but they are. You know, that's really the best way to put it. It's the limitations of our words, you know. But the easiest way to think about it, if we were to eat together, it would be two chairs. And I would suggest you to ask what name should you call him, because again, like I said, he doesn't like me calling him that name. But if you're working on life magic, which we're alive, we're magicians, you know. Working on death magic, you know, a lot of us are gonna die. A lot of us see death. You get what I mean? We're working on resurrection magic, you know. Reincarnation magic, time travel, reality manipulation, you know, divination, right? Loyalty and confidence, right? You can call upon this spirit. He can help you in those things. He can help you with your protection spells, right? If you're trying to defy nature, you know, you can call upon this spirit. You know, realize this spirit comes before nature, right? This spirit created nature. You know what I mean? We're a part of his family. We're the sons and daughters of God, right? We can defy nature. That is like our highest manifestation. That's one of our highest forms of manifestation. But peace and blessings. Till next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.